Countless languages have been spoken, shared, and lived across the world, each a vessel of meaning, history, and identity. Yet when European colonizers arrived on distant shores, their priority was not understanding, but extraction. Indigenous languages, rich with wisdom and nuance, were not seen as bridges to connection, but as obstacles to exploitation and barriers to be erased rather than systems of meaning to be honored. So the colonizer wrote his demands and learned the native tongue not to listen, but to manipulate. He crafted his own translation, twisting words to reflect his desires rather than the agreements of the people. This unilateral distortion was then enforced as doctrine, a fraudulent treaty, binding the natives to terms they never consented to. Now, two versions of history exist. One for the settlers, another for the indigenous, two realities, irreconcilable. But before this rupture, there was a living language, vibrant, spoken, shared. The colonizer did not merely observe it, he immersed himself in it, only to later weaponize it. Indigenous languages thrived organically, rooted in community and oral tradition, while writing was reserved for rare necessity. So how can anyone claim Māori is no longer spoken or understood? The language's marginalization is not natural, it is the result of deliberate erasure, forced assimilation, and systemic oppression. And yet here you stand, a product of that very system, dismissing a tongue that has survived despite every effort to silence it. A living language breathes with its people. The written word, when wielded as a tool of control, becomes a prison, a decorative chain upholding colonial hierarchy. And this so-called honor, a stolen relic draped over theft like a gilded shroud. This is the legacy of right-wing nationalism, the worship of a corpse, a language robbed of its voice, entombed behind iron gates, its living spirit suffocated. If this is not shame, what is? If this is not Whakama, then what could be?